Hello. Good afternoon. Gives you. Hey, what's up, Thug Life? Hello, Looney Lorna. You know, I love farm fresh eggs, but I hate those ugly little blood-looking things that hang out in the white yucky part. Yeah, but you know what that is though? It's just that's what kind of like it's a real food thing. I have real food moments with stuff you grow in the. Of course, most people prefer not to have those, but it's like uh, it's like the reason why all the bananas in the grocery store are yellow. You know, there's all kinds of different bananas, but why is it just the yellow ones? You know, that are in the store? It's like, yeah, real food looks different than grocery store food. Or carrots, you know, like I grew a lot of carrots this year, and they don't all look perfectly straight, long, and orange. You know, they're all kinds of different colors, and yeah, Cavendish bananas. Oh yeah, every plant has thousands of varieties. The one that they choose to present to us at the grocery store are usually pest resilient, have long shelf life, look a certain way, you know. Sorry for the quick question, but have you ever done stop motion puppets like the Caroline movie? I've not, scar tissue, but I do want to. I actually have a project right now I'm currently working on that's kind of like it's going to be kind of like a stop motion puppet. Not as elaborate with like it's a stop motion puppet that doesn't have the ability to do facial features, but the body will be stop motion. So, but it's something I can do, and I'm willing to do. I just haven't had an opportunity yet. So, hello, Critter. What's up, Bass Man? How you doing? What's up, Fee? Clayton, Sapphire, Steampunk, Jay. What else we got in here? Captain, Scorch. Oh yeah. When you start getting into growing your own food, you realize the world of variety is it's crazy. Like every year I'm trying new varieties of just everything, you know, tomatoes. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of varieties of every type of vegetable or fruit that you can think of. So, with different qualities and yeah, it's fun. What I try to do is each year I buy new seeds, different varieties. Purple potatoes. I have purple potatoes in my garden actually. They seem to be more pest resilient than the other varieties, because like some of the other varieties will get like attacked by pests, but the purple ones are fine. So that's the nice thing about doing multiple varieties. Anyways, before we get too distracted into the land of gardening, let's get back here to sculpting. Nut trees. Oh, that's something. Something's better than nothing. Vactoland. Hello, Vactoland. Okay. So after further investigation, I think I've decided that the legs need to be shorter again. The thigh area needs to be shorter. And that was reinforced by the missus pointing it out as well. So it seems we need to do more surgery to start the evening. But now's the time to be radical, so let's just be radical about it. Let me pull up my reference really quick here. Measure once, cut repeatedly. Look. Okay, I will admit the second measurement was done by eye. I didn't actually measure, but this one, you know, I mean this one it does measure up, this one, but for some reason it's just a smidge off. I think I extended it a little bit when I pulled the knee out a little bit. Just a smidge. Okay, let me pull up a reference really quick before we jump in here. Okay. Yeah, I bet. Pistachios. Tools. Okay. There we go. Let me see. Okay, so you know what? Let's bust out the actual measuring tools. No more finger calipers. Let's get some accurate measurement here. Let's see. So from the kind of the knee. I guess it isn't the length of the torso. It's about right here. Yeah, okay. What did you watch to learn sculpting? I didn't watch anything when I started. There wasn't a lot of like YouTube videos or anything like that available when I was getting started. So I had to crawl around forum posts, old school, and there was a few tutorials out there. Let's see. It is, Thug. Exclamation point playlist should give you a link if you want to check out the playlist. My wife put the playlist together for the stream here. She's very good at music curation. Okay, there we go. So I think the knee needs to be right there. Not down there. Which is like, okay, so then we got, yeah, right here. Yeah. So let us just cut right in there. We'll do this leg first because it's easier. Also, I think we're gonna change the positioning of the legs to be a little bit closer to how the sketch looks. For how long have I been sculpting? I've been doing this for about 15 years, pretty consistently for about 15 years. Okay. Let's just cut this excess off here. There we go. Okay, so that's where the knee needs to come out, or needs to be bent right there. So it's just a little bit off. Okay. Bent. Right there. Nice spawn chiller. All right, let's do. I'll use galvanized steel. I'm wondering if the length on this segment doesn't need to be changed. Let's see. Let's see, so. It's like about that long. Yeah, I think that's close enough, to be honest. Okay, then this. Yeah, that all checks out. All right, now we do this one, but have to be careful of the electrical wires here. But yeah, I use six. I think we're using 16 gauge galvanized steel right now. I'll also use 14 gauge sometimes for really big stuff, and 20 to 22 gauge for like real small stuff. Where do you get it? Just a hardware store. Usually in like the fencing section, you can find galvanized. You can find galvanized wire pretty much anywhere. I go to Menards. Has a little section with different kinds of wire. What's this button do? Good evening to you. Okay, let's untwist this here. Okay, this time should be the one. Careful not to cut our wire here. Is it cheaper than aluminum at the art store wire? Yes, totally. Yeah, it's cheap, dirt cheap. Galvanized steel wire. You can get a huge... Yeah, exactly. Am I using Cos clay for the main body? Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let's do you ever get a... I don't know what that is. So no. What's that wire for? That's for the lights. We have a bunch of lights that are going to be involved with this piece. Let me see. Swelling infection on the fingertips. No, I don't think so. No. Sometimes I have issues with just getting like dry cuticle areas, but that's about it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't really, I'm not a big fan of using aluminum for armatures. It's just way too easily bendable. Okay, let's go right up to here. Give that a little crank. I could see having to make this one shorter here. Steel, galvanized steel. Galvanized just means it's not gonna like rust. It's gonna hold up over time. How do I get my clay for the sculpts? Well, I get it from Cosclay directly. You can get it from cosclay.com. Straight from the source. That's where the foot is right there. Okay. I have to narrow reshape everything now. Yeah, you can find it on Amazon and art supply stores. This is true. Okay, now we're gonna shave some material off here. Make some Draenei ham here. I did, yeah. I played a lot of World of Warcraft way back when. I played from Burning Crusade all the way to just after the launch of Cataclysm. That's when I ended up stopping. He sculpted art this several years ago with Sculpey, but it's cracking now. Yeah, Sculpey's, it's just not, it might be crack, if it's cracking, just like on its own. It could be that you had uncured Sculpey on the inside that was slowly kind of consuming it. (2004). I remember when it first came out. Really, it was one of those games where it was like redefined what a game could be, kind of thing. I just love when a game comes out that does that, kind of redefines what's possible for a game to be. You loved it, but now it doesn't feel the same as in the beginning. Yeah, you know, it Faded for me. Uh, I reached for me is like I reached a sense of completion, which is when a game starts. When I lose interest is when I feel like I've like conquered it. You know what I'm saying? Which a game like WoW usually does a good job of making sure you never reach that point. So you're always kind of chasing the carrot. But when Cataclysm first came out, it was a perfect storm of them kind of making it a little easier and me playing way too much. And I was able to kind of blitz through the first content that came out for Cataclysm. And then there was a long period of time between then and when they started to kind of roll out the new stuff. I was able to that's when I lost interest and started drifting to other things. And then it's like once you get away from it for a while, it's really hard to go back. Really, really hard. You almost feel like you have to start all over, you know. Yeah, it's when they went from like 25-man raid being kind of like the thing. You know, I think they started to make it too convenient, you know, with like I hadn't done it yet, but they started making like raiding more convenient, and that ultimately I think killed it. Was now you can like queue up for raids, you know. It's just like, what is that? What is that? That was definitely the big thing that really made me fall in deep, was getting into the raiding life, you know. And really, at the end of the day, what gets you is that it is challenging. That's not easy, you know. That it's difficult. You have to kind of struggle to get an achievement or complete something, or get a piece of gear that you've been wanting after. You know, you start taking away the struggle, and all of a sudden, it doesn't work. We need the struggle. Us humans need the struggle. That's right. I think I want to make the stance less wide too. Let's find the drill. It's more of like maybe like right here. The social aspect doesn't feel as special as back then.
Spare a coin for an old beggar.
Hey, Kodat. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, brother. The 1, 2, 3. Thank you for your support, my friend. Yeah, I'll always be a fan, though. I think I'll always be a fan of the aesthetic and the music and all that stuff. The nostalgia that is World of Warcraft. Me too. That's a game that came out and redefined what you thought a game was possible of. Sea of Thieves. Every once in a while, you just get a game that just comes around and it's just like, oh, hey, by the way, check this out. Look what I can do. And it's always super epic for a while. I think for me, anything that's PvP is always super fun at the beginning before people kind of figure things out. Before the meta is established. And then after the meta is established and you get a bunch of sweaty people, you know, grinding that meta all day, then it becomes no fun. Then it starts to lose its fun. But like that beginning phase where everyone's still exploring and trying to figure out, like, you know, what's the best way to do things, and yeah, and then it's like, okay, well, if you don't play, like, then it becomes like, well, if you're not playing like 5 hours a day, you're gonna get just destroyed. You know what I mean? It becomes like a time commitment to battle. Lord of the Rings Online. I never played that one, but I think that was the one that the missus played, and she spoke very highly of it. No, we were talking about Sea of Thieves. That particular moment. What's up, Scorpio Sip? Your first playthrough is unforgettable? Oh man, I missed out. Wait, is it still around? Or is it just not like what it used to be? Wait a minute. It is around still, okay. That should be okay. Okay. I want to not do any more leg surgeries on this if we can afford it. Some streamers have been getting back into it for whatever reason. Oh yeah? Maybe they're being sponsored too. Hey, no shame there. We all gotta eat. How many packs does it? So right now we haven't even used 1 pound yet. I'd say this piece will probably be about 2 or 3 pounds of clay by the end of it, or 2 or 3 packs, if you will. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty big character, though. I mean, you don't have to make such a big one. Do like a... it's not so much about this, how tall it is, but actually, like, the girthiness of it. I'll move this back here, actually. Okay, this segment's too long. I knew it. I just knew it. I could feel it in me bones. I think this one needs to be like... Bulk your sculpt out with foil, stays on clay. Yeah, but even if it's bulked out with foil, the more surface area there is to cover. You know, it's still gonna need a lot of clay. So. Okay. Now, measure here. Needs to be more like right, it's like a satyr. Exactly. Okay, hold on, let's see. Let's do up and back. Yeah, it's pretty much human up into the knee, and then that's when things change. I don't necessarily like how that's... Oh, I guess that's right. Yeah, short lower leg and then elongated foot, pretty much, and then a giant singular toenail. Lurking in bacon. Nice. Oop. Okay. Let's clean that up. Now we're getting somewhere. Don't know where we're going, but we're getting somewhere. Sometimes things just fight you for whatever reason. It's all in the approach. If you can nail the approach, things go pretty smooth. If you don't nail the approach, you're gonna have a little bit of a battle. It's if you can get things locked in before the kind of the bias sets in. Hey, Plankwalker. Good evening, my friend. Fall in line, lurker. Okay, posture's looking good now. All right, let's actually flesh in the legs now. Hopefully for good. For the last time. Maybe. Alicia, hey. Well, thank you. Thank you very much for saying that. Yes. Yeah, it's a male and a female Draenei. The female is a priest and the male is a paladin. I think I need to just grab her and just kind of shift her forward a little bit. Up, 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 and up and forward. There we go. Did you decide on the base loadout yet? Yeah, kind of like a. We're gonna do LED lights in the base with like a kind of like a consecration going on. If you know what consecrate, like a cracked rock floor with light coming in between the cracks. He's the guy character is a protection spec paladin, and The female character, I think, is the healer. It's like a healer tank combo. They are gonna fit together, yeah. But we will be making them. We'll be kind of making them separate because the female character is a gift, so it needs to be there at a certain time. But the male character will come later. Yeah. That's probably been one of my most consistent categories is World of Warcraft over the years. It's one that we always kind of periodically get work for. A realm I like to do work in. I did, yeah, a long time ago. Did a lot of more stuff like that along in my as older work. So not stuff I would gladly show off these days, but it's still the work still holds up. You know, I know I can do a lot better now. It's probably about what 8 to 10 years ago. That'd be cool. Those are all really nice ideas. I can see them now. Yeah, I remember that. I remember going to midnight releases for new expansions at there was this was it GameStop? Can't remember. But it was always a ton of people there, and they would do they would play the South Park episode on the TV screens while everyone's waiting in line. The World of Warcraft episode became like a tradition to go to that midnight release. I think I have some of the collector's edition art books still. The hardcover ones are nice. Yeah, I remember before WoW for me, Critter was RuneScape. So it was like a little bit of RuneScape, and then they came out with World of Warcraft. It's like, well, that's a big leap in graphics. $80 in 2020. Hey, what's up, Chi? How you doing? Misting. A little bit of cloud mist. Today's forecast. A little bit of cloud mist. Yeah, I don't think I ever had the money for collector's editions for the for WoW when I was playing then, but I did for when StarCraft started hitting. Was picking up the collector's editions for the art books. But that's also because at the time I was my sculpting career had started, and I justified the extra cost for the art book to use as reference for the artwork. How hard it was to get good reference like that back then. That's funny. Way too many hotkeys. Let's just chop off a little bit of ham there. Oops. Oh, don't worry, you got some cloud mist to saturate everything. Art book obsession. I do have quite a few myself. All right, let's see here. I had a poster of not Middle Earth, but Oblivion. Those random things you're like, this is cool. I hang it up. Mine was a Oblivion poster. I think it came the box, the game box came with one like map folded up inside the case. That's where I got it from. You heard of the High Elves? Can't say I have. I didn't. No, I haven't, and I didn't. I didn't, I didn't really even get too deep into Oblivion. I I I remember I hated going into Oblivion. So I would just sprint through, ignore everybody, not fight a single thing, and just grab the little stone at the end and teleport out every time. It's like a football player trying to run a touchdown. Just juke and jive and avoid every confrontation. Everyone does it. Really? I wasn't the only one. I just want to close this Oblivion gate. I don't want to deal with the hellish landscape. Okay, my film crew has to bring our daughter to bed, so we're gonna switch to working on these guys. Our little goblins chess set pieces. This also gives me time to let my eyes rest on that piece. You can see we need to bring her waist in more. Let me go refill my coffee, and then we'll switch it up. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. Got stuck in some conversation there. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's add on to the body. Design our body for these guys. Yeah, these are for a chess set I've been working on. These are the pawns for the bad guy team. Pot goblins. Not black and white, but like light and dark. You know, like a lighter color scheme on one side with like creamy whites and golds, and then the other side like black and brown and darker colors. Hey, how you doing, Corvic? I'm thinking of the shape first. It's a design approach I really like. If you're having a hard time making decisions, you just design the shape. Don't think about what it is. But think about, does the shape look nice? This is the same shape I did for the other pawns. Just seems to work out the best for this. A little bit of body we got to work with here. Some sweet goblin hair coming out here. Emo goblin. Blowing in the wind, all majestic. About like a lamb chop beard. Gabio. Cake in the oven. Full beard. Decisions. I don't know. Makes me want to give him a mustache if we go that route. Then he becomes not a goblin anymore. Dime store Santa. Yeah, I don't know. Let me check some goblin reference. An emote to celebrate a beard? I don't know. I guess it doesn't come up that often. Usually goblins don't have beards. They have pretty clean-shaven faces. Usually. Or the ones that don't have mustache for sure. In WoW, I'm not sure. Oops. That's definitely the right direction. Little goblin pawn. All right. We'll go ahead and leave that there for now. Time to switch back to our main objective. Yeah, yep. We've begun the creation of the second side of the chess set. So, exciting stuff. Good evening, Blue Snow. Okay, let's see. Handsomes. Slim it down. Slim it all down. Well, we had the proportions longer, so therefore she got thicker to compensate for the length. Well, we've shortened the length, so now we have to slim down. We have to slim down the volume. That's getting closer. A wizard giveth, a wizard scrapeth away. Oh, wow. It's funny. Yeah, we also have to be mindful of the fact that we're going to be adding layers on top of this. So we don't want maximum thickness yet. A wizard giveth, a wizard scrapeth away. That last track, yeah, I think so. Possibly. They're sideways. Yeah, we're not going to worry about defining the. She's fully clothed, so no, they don't. The short answer, no. Negative. Dang. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's I have black jam. Removable parts is no problem. I've done removable hair, weapons, you name it. Sometimes temporarily removable for ease of painting. Other times permanently removable for shipping or whatever other reason. No. No, we not gonna crack. Let me see here. I need to. To crack or not to crack? That is the question. So we must establish the planes. Clayton. Recurve bow. Building technique for the skirt was intriguing. Hopefully I can catch the final result. Yeah, you know, where you do the legs as if there is no skirt, and then you cure it, and then just fill in the skirt. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, I need to pull up the reference to see how the outfit is. Oops. I feel like I'm overthinking it, as if I have to bake the removable item with the sculpt. Well, if you want to make a seamless transition, you can do it that way. Okay, here it is. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, it's easier to sculpt out of clay than to sculpt real flesh. That's for sure. Or perhaps both require equal amounts of willpower. All right, Looney Lorna. Have a good one. Mañana. Okay, let's try and just rough in a little bit of the arms and shoulders. Not too much because remember we're going to be adding in layers on top of this.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say.
Hey.
Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Dim Wicket. Hey, thank you for the Prime sub, my friend. I believe you're my first subscriber this evening, so thank you. A special thanks to you, my friend. I appreciate that. Hey, what's up, DZ? Let's change this. Hey, I appreciate you coming out of lurk, and thank you for the kind words. I've done portraits. I've even done a combination of the two where I actually create I mix fantasy character with portraits, but my most recent likeness portrait I've done is actually here. Let me show you. I definitely don't do them as often, but I actually was commissioned by PlayStation to sculpt Norman Reedus here from a game, but it's just the actor really. It's just with a little bit of an outfit, but so it's a sculpture I did of Norman Reedus, who is an actor playing the character Sam Porter for Death Stranding 2, so that was a fun challenge for sure. Because not only was it a likeness or portrait sculpture, but also had a very tight deadline to hit it. So, but I think I did a good job. I feel pretty good about it. Mr. Reedus. I've also done, let's see here. Let's see if we can find it. I definitely don't do them as often, but I mean these ones was technically, I'd consider this portraits of, you know, they are game characters, but again, it's game characters of real people, so. This is a 2-character bust portrait. Again, this is for another game company. This is for Focus Entertainment for the launch of the game. What's it called? Banishers. And then let's see here. That's a fantasy character, but it's, I mean, it's a portrait, but yeah, I got to design the look of this guy. So this is somebody's D&D character that didn't have a look yet, that I was able, he gave me the details of his character, you know, like scars and, you know, larger physique and the hairstyle, and I combined it all together to make the bust of the character. So I was pretty happy with this one. Really like I like doing portraits. I'd say I probably enjoy something like this. It's easier and more laid back to do something like this than it is to do a likeness. Likenesses are very intense. It's an intense process, but the more I do it, the better I get at it. So let's see here. This is the largest bust I've done. Again, not a human, but fantasy portrait. So this is done for Riot Games. They commissioned me to do a very large bust of. They did a remake of the character Nidalee, and so they gave me a bunch of different reference, and I had to try to capture a certain ethnicity and stuff. And yeah, it was a good one. Now this one's on display right now at Riot Games headquarters. This piece, which is pretty cool. And all painted up. Pretty happy how that one turned out. And I'm scrolling my way back to one I did a long time ago of, wait, what was this? What is that one? Is it even on here? Gimli? It's on here somewhere. Did I already pass it? Oh, there it is. This is Gimli from Lord of the Rings. It's so funny to see not only my work improve, but the Mrs. editing style and everything gets better and better as well. Good stuff. Negan Smith. Yeah, right. Oh, grandson. Sorry to hear that, my friend. Sorry for your loss. So are you contemplating getting a portrait done? I would be up for the challenge. I don't shy away from any challenges, so. Be happy to bring a remembrance piece to life. Now, the key with likenesses is to make sure I have enough reference. You know, the more reference I have, you know, the better. So, you know, with a known actor, it's a lot easier because there's just tons of stuff available. So, but I'm sure you have a lot of reference to work from. And then the format just depends on, you know, like your project budget, on if, you know, we can do what size the piece is, if it's a bust or a wall hanger piece, or there's all kinds of formats we can explore. Videos and photos. Yeah, just shoot me an email. And we can at least open up dialogue. Start discussing things if you'd like. Just info at cnotbusch.com, or if you go to my website, cnotbusch.com, there's a contact submission right there on the website. Just let me know what you're interested in, just like we talked about, and then that'll jog my memory, and then we can pick it up from there. So can send you some pricing info and figure something out. Okay, let's see here. Oh, thanks, Clayton. I don't think I'll do anything with the arms. Just leave them as is. Same for the hooves. We'll just get the anatomy a little more established here. It might have been. I know there's some RuneScape tracks on here. knee keeps shifting there. We're ready to lock it in. Be a good base structure to work off of. All right. So we will bake that and lock it in. That gives us the base structure. Everything you see here is none of it's going to be visible in the finished product. So there's going to be layers of detail and armor and clothing on top of this. But this gives us that really nice foundation to build the rest of the project on top of. So we're gonna bake it now, and next week we'll probably, but you know, before we bake it, let's get some clay around the wire at the bottom here, just to kind of stabilize things. Can we see you do the legs again next Wednesday? No. I've done the legs enough times in one project. Definitely not. There. Cool. So we bake it, lock it in, and then I do think I can see. Okay, so let's see. I think what we'll end up doing is we will start the second character, possibly. Hey, Deagle, thank you for continuing your sub to a regular tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for hopping on board. Glad to have you. Let's see here. Yeah, so what would be wise is next Wednesday we will do the same process for the male character, the second character, which I said I was going to scale this one down from the sketch, which I didn't. It's like exact same size, so that means he's going to be a big boy. I mean, it is a little bit smaller, just a smidge. Yeah, so we'll do the same process for the male character, and that way we have both characters that will go together, or at least look like they go together when they're sitting next to each other. And then once we have him kind of base structured, we'll go back to her and we'll start doing all her details. Probably starting with the dress, like the hooves. We'll start with her hooves and then do the dress. Just kind of work our way up the character from there. Or maybe we should tackle the head first and get that out of the way. The struggle with the head is going to be that we need, the scale is now very important because we already have established the body and we need the size of the head to be proper. So, and it's a female face, so it needs to be really symmetrical, really clean. Okay. But I think with my new face sculpting technique, where we sculpt it flat on a board first and then do the head, I think it'll work out. Pristine, yes, pristine. I think it'll be fine, but we also need to make it so the eyes can light up. So what we'll do is we'll end up filling the eye cavities with translucent clay, and and then we'll kind of go from there. Maybe we can be wise here and even set up the conduit for the lights. After we sculpt the faceplate, we set up the conduit for the lights. And I think we'll end up doing something like that. Anyways, hey everybody. Casarda, it's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get some rest and reset for tomorrow. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate you. We'll pick things up in the morning and we'll be working on what's his face? The Overlord tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow evening we'll be working on Tarkov guy. So you'll be back if only you hear me say hooves again. Eh? Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, let's find someone to raid. One for the road. You know what? We're gonna raid Shannon Van Pelt. Looks like she's back to streaming. She was a sculptress here on Twitch in the early days, and she kind of disappeared for a while, but has made a return. So, hey, well, thank you for saying that, and thanks for being here. I appreciate it. So let's go give Shannon Van Pelterson a raid. Oh, hey, look at that.
The strength of the cnotbusch kingdom lies not in
Come
our
on in,
walls,
Valencia
but in our
Glass.
people.
I was just typing in a
March to
raid
war.
myself, so I appreciate it, my friend. Valencia Glass. If you guys haven't checked out Valencia's stream, he does glass blowing. He's got a really nice setup. Really cool guy. We'll answer all your questions about glass blowing. But we are going to go raid Shannon Van Pelt, who also does some sculpture, which is what I was doing, sculpting. Joke's on you, raiders. Castle's empty. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's get this raid going. Thank you, Valencia. I appreciate it, my friend. And thank you, everybody, for the support. And thanks for tuning in. And yeah, let's get this going on here. Until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.